What's up, guys? How's it going? Today, everyone, this is the next perk for Survivor. We're talking about Boon Exponential. Okay, so press and hold the ability button, near dull or hexed totem to bless it, and create a Boon totem. Soft chimes ring out in a 24-meter range. All survivors within the Boon totem's range recover at 100% recover 100% faster and can completely recover from the dying state. You can only bless one totem at a time. All equipped Boon perks are active on your Boon totem. Oh my god. There is so much wrong with this perk. Again, not with the effect of the Boon totem giving everyone unbreakable. That's whatever. But again, all my issues with Boon totems is the mechanic of the Boon totem, not with the effect of the Boon totem. If Boon totems worked the same way the killer's perks worked, hexes worked, then these perks would be fine. If a killer could walk up, snuff the Boon totem, and it's gone forever, the survivor loses the perk, then these perks would be fine, perfectly fine in the way they are. They'd still be a little bit annoying, especially with Circle of Healing. Circle of Healing is probably one of the most annoying ones to use. Play against as a killer other than Boon Exponential. Especially during the end game, Boon Exponential, I think, becomes stronger than the Healing Totem during the end game if they're able to put the Boon Totem down in an area where the survivor is slugged and you guys have flashlights. Survivor friends, again, break the hell out of the game. So, like, I had a game, they had Boon Exponential down. It was end game. I had a survivor slugged, but I physically couldn't pick them up because all their teammates were circling around me, each clicking their flashlights, ready to get a flashlight blind, and they had a Boon Exponential down. And then the survivor down also had Soul Guard. There's literally no counterplay to that. I walk away to go snuff Boon Exponential. Well, they walk up and pick them up because I went to snuff Boon Exponential. I stick there. They get up because of Boon Exponential, and then they get slugged again. Unless they have Soul Guard. But you can never pick them up, so they'll eventually get out. Especially if they dead hard. Especially if they have dead hard. They pick themselves up. You then have to wait for dead hard, or hopefully they mistime their dead hard. Hope there's no pallet nearby. And even if at that, you're back to where you started with, you can't pick up the survivor because all three around are kiting you with their flashlights. Boon totems are retarded. The mechanic of a Boon totem is by far one of the worst perks ever to be created in Dead by Daylight. I think the only other perk that was more powerful than Boon totems was the original Decisive Strike, where all survivors could just Decisive Strike you whenever they wanted. They didn't need to be unhooked and then tunneled. You down the survivor and you pick them up. Oh, they have Decisive Strike, and you picked up the Obsession while they just get Decisive Strike you. Oh, shit. And then the other survivors who ran Decisive Strike, they had to wiggle 30%, but again, if you're in Survivor Friends, that's going to happen. There is nothing you can stop without getting decisived. Again, all the changes I could say about boons are with the mechanics of boon totems, not the effects of the boon totems. Make it so they can't override a hex totem. Make it so that once it's snuffed, it's gone. Those are the two big ones that need to happen. You can't put it over a hex totem, and you can't. And once it's gone, it's gone. It doesn't. You can't just infinitely replace it. That's bullshit. Killer's hexes, arguably, are weaker than the Survivor Boon totems. Yet we can't infinitely replace them. The only two totems that are stronger than Boon totems, one you have to work for, and one's just broken beyond all belief. Devour Hope. You have to work for that one. You actually have to play well in the game, get the hook, and then get away. And even that, it has counterplay. If you have Borrowed Time, you literally just run up before they get far enough away to trigger their token for Devour Hope, unhook them. Survivor has Borrowed Time, so they can't be tunneled immediately, at least. And they don't get a token on Devour Hope. And then Know It. Know It is broken beyond all belief. The perk requires 0 skill to use. Yet, these two perks, Devour Hope, I can. You should still be able to replace that one. But when you replace it, it doesn't get replaced with the tokens you had. You have to get the tokens again. And if killers can place their hexes over Survivor Boons, then fine. Either hexes need to get buffed or boons need to get nerfed heavily. Make it so that they can't put it over hex totems, and make it so that they can't be replaced once they're snuffed. And boon totems will be more. It will be balanced. There would be no complaints about boon totems from killers, and if they do complain, they're idiots. Because at that point, just like hex totems, once they're gone, they're gone. Survivors can't replace them. Of course, you can have up to 4 survivors running the boon totems, but especially with Survivor Friends, you only need one person coming with the boon totems. You get one person to come in with either 3 or all 4 boon totems, place it down, and now all other 3 survivors have 8 perks. Yeah. The only thing I'm going to say, this is the only time I'm going to say, this is facts. If you disagree on these being exponentially broken, you're wrong. I'm sorry. You're wrong if you don't think these are insanely powerful to the point where they definitely need changing. Now, even the effects of the boon totems, just the mechanic. You're wrong. Later.